The writing of The Rings of Power posed intense creative challenges, largely because the writers did not have rights to the primary source material, the Silmarillion, and had to work exclusively from the Lord of the Rings appendices. The writing process was shrouded in high security to prevent leaks, with writers working in a vault-like space with the windows taped closed. The showrunners, J.G. Payne and Patrick McKay, decided to compress over 3,000 years of Second Age history into a single 50-year timeframe. This allowed them to keep human characters consistent across seasons, rather than recasting them every episode. But it fundamentally altered the timeline of events written by Tolkien. Because the appendices provide limited narratives compared to a full novel, the writers created numerous new characters, such as Erondir, Disa, Halbrand, and Nori, to fill in the gaps. And as they were limited to the appendices, much of the plot was developed as a loose adaptation or an original fan fiction designed to fit the tone of Tolkien while creating new storylines for television. To raise dramatic stakes and connect the elves' fading power to the broader mythology, the showrunners invented a new origin story for the metal Mithril, linking it to a battle between an elf warrior and a Balrog in the Misty Mountains. This served to form a tangible, urgent need for the Rings of Power. The order in which the Rings of Power were created was also changed, the reason being to create a more direct, dramatic story, with the 3 elven rings being forged first in the show, whereas in the books they were forged last. This solved the issue with the elves' fading power in the series, but unlike in the show, Sauron was not originally at all aware of the creation of the Elven Rings, and I'm unsure how Sauron's knowledge of the Elven Rings will fit into the broader narrative. The writing was heavily inspired by the idea of creating a mythic feel with the characters that present as mythical figures, which is why the show explores the Atlantic complex of Numenor, which is a recurring theme in Tolkien's own nightmares and writings. The TV show had the highest budget for any TV production yet. The first season cost roughly $1 billion, with $250 million spent just for the rights to the material. The first episode was released on September 2nd, 2022, to mark the anniversary of J.R.R. Tolkien's death. The writing team had considered having Halbrand revealed as Sauron much later, but decided to reveal it at the end of Season 1. The changes to the original story, made necessary by lack of access to the Silmarillion, I can understand and make ample space for, but changes made otherwise I find most difficult to adjust to. In any case, I do find that if I envision the show as a parallel universe to the source material, or as a fan fiction, I can truly enjoy it for what it is. Still, I do lament we could not have a more accurate adaptation, but I am doing my best to make the most of it and enjoy it for what it is. What do you think?